kit, some gauze, a load of salt, an old wine fridge off the internet, and a cheap humidifier. Traditionally in Italy, cured meats like this would be left to hang outside in old buildings or even caves, and the wind coming up through the valleys carrying all that essence of the sea would slowly dry this meat out. But I reckon my wine fridge can replace all that. You can pick one up second hand for around 40 quid. It keeps the meat at the right temperature, and the built-in fan replicates those Tuscan breezes. The only thing I need to add is a cheap humidifier to prevent the meat from drying out too quickly. You want around sort of 70 to 80% humidity, but temperature's key, so that's why it's a wine cooler. You want between 12 and 15 degrees. So those two combined gives you the perfect maturation. I'm having a go at 3 Italian-inspired classics. A cured ham called copper, a beef bresaola, and finally prosciutto, traditionally made with pork, but I'm going for something a bit different. Duck breasts. So I've got my neck joint, which is going to be my copper. I've got my silver side, that's going to be my bresaola. And then I've got 2 duck breasts, which is going to be my duck prosciutto or duck bacon. What I'm going to do is make a rub, okay? It's a curing rub. So the key ingredient for this is salt.
Questi video mini a capo su sole
It's going to stop the bacteria getting a foothold. It's going to make a really difficult environment for them. And you can flavour your salt too. For the copper, I've got preserved lemons in here. Oh, wonderful, really intense flavours. This is the first stage of making charcuterie, curing the meat. This is where the science mixes with the wonderful artist element of food making. As soon as the salt hits the pork, it reacts. I want to draw the moisture out of that pork. This is the essence of curing. Just raw meat and salt. You've got to admit, it makes you feel like a caveman, doesn't it? I want to trap the moisture that comes out, so the meat will cure in its own salty brine. To do that, I need to vacuum seal it. I've got a really good method of making this airtight. Won't cost you a penny. All you need is a plastic bag and a bucket. So this is known as the Archimedes method. Okay, 1 bucket of water. Place it in the water, and of course, as the meat sinks, the pressure of the water squeezes the air out. How simple is that? We need to tie it up. So most of the air's been squeezed out. All the moisture will be oozing out, and it'll be mixing with salt, bathing it in a curing solution. I'm going to put that in the fridge for 3 weeks. Turn it every day, like that. After 3 weeks, it's going to be mind-blowing. Step 1, the cure is done. Now it's all about step 2, the drying. This might sound like a lot of hard work, but this is about doing something special at the weekend. And once you've made the kit, it'll save you a fortune in the long run. But the real joy is making some beautiful food that you thought you could only buy at the deli counter. So back to the meat. And after 3 weeks curing in salt, it's already lost a lot of its moisture. The bresaola, look how it's changed. It's become firmer and pinker. The cured bresaola and copper get wrapped in muslin.